Alright, we are here with Death and Taxes because Terra Invicta, I guess I don't know, honestly. I'll take a look at the crash report and see what it is, but I don't know why. I don't know why it is that when I run OBS and Terra Invicta at the same time that I cause a crash. I don't know why this is suddenly happening as well, because earlier it didn't for some reason, you know, I was able to do it just fine. And then now it doesn't work. I mean, I've reinstalled OBS. I've reinstalled a much earlier version of OBS. I fixed my drivers back. I validated I don't even know how many times and reinstalled I don't know how many times. It is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. So we'll be doing Death and Taxes, which is fine. I mean, I've been wanting to play Death and Taxes. I keep pushing it off, but that doesn't mean I don't want to play it. And we are here now. All right, let's go with that. Let me make sure we're good to go, yeah? Let me make sure I got this all down and ready. So we go right here. Also, now my chat is showing up at least. Because last time it did not do that. Last time my chat was just, Twitch was saying, actually, you don't get to have a chat. So I was looking at you through the OBS widget. Another reason why not having the OBS widget would be quite unfortunate. So, here we are, once again, with that, well, not once again, for the first time, with Death and Taxes. So, out of curiosity, can you guys hear me, see me, all that stuff? How's it going, Rocket? Hope you're doing good. Make you refresh and hitting you in the King Crimson on loop. Yeah, alright. Gotta hit refresh to get the stream back. There we go. I genuinely, I do apologize, because I like Terra Invicta. I like playing the game, and I know a lot of you guys like watching me play, so I'm really sorry it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. But it is what it is. And Death and Taxes, I'm pretty sure it's like a Twitch, I'm pretty sure you guys can like vote and stuff in it, so I think this should be fun, assuming the Twitch stuff is not broken. Because I know they did some weird stuff with the Twitch being able to interact with other games, but I think it still works for like King of the Castle and stuff, so maybe some games got spared. You are back now? You are back. I have risen indeed. Welcome in Ragtag, Flamin, and Rocket. I appreciate y'all being here. Also, you've been playing Bakery Girl all day. Nice. Is it getting better or getting worse? I guess, is the story good or is it being very depressing? But yeah, let's wait for ads. I'm sorry you guys have been hit with, I think 10 minutes of ads in like the last not even 30 minutes of stream. Because this keeps on happening. I mean, I can go. I'm just, while we're waiting for ads to end, because I don't want to, what do you call it? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, luckily. Okay, this is why we use game capture. Because I may have accidentally just showed my Twitch password. But luckily we have game capture, so y'all didn't see that. Let's see. So failed to recreate D3D11. What does this even mean? What is this doing? Yeah, anyways, I'll figure that out later. Ads are almost over, though. Don't do that, showing your password is bad. I know, right? Showing password, kinda not a good thing to do. So I'm glad that I have game capture up. Also, I have very strategically placed my little dude there, me, myself, and my mimic, to block out the activate windows there. Windows has been deactivated. I don't know how my computer crashing itself into oblivion deactivated Windows, but I still have to reactivate it at some point. Which, you know, not great. Actually, kind of pissed about. Part of me's like, I don't want to have to like, part of me's like, I don't want to, I need to go through support, I need to get them to fix it, and part of me's like, I can just go get a key for like 15 bucks. Is it worth all the hassle? I mean, it is 15 bucks. That's like a whole pizza. I'm not willing to spend a whole pizza just to get Windows working, so I guess I'll go through the whole support system or whatever. But That's what I've been up to. Struggling. Your password is 0001 because you're number 1. Well, it's a very easy to remember, and I like the confidence behind the password. Rocket, you probably shouldn't tell everyone that. Telling people your password is not something you should do if you would like it to stay a secure password. Because in fact, the easiest way to have your password hacked, I'll tell you guys, is to tell someone else your password. Who knew telling someone your password would then let your password be into the world? I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Having people know your password will, in fact, let people know your password. Your password is always incorrect. That's how you get them. Because when you type, if someone sees it, they're like, oh, then it's not the right password, and they think it's something else. Trying to play the mind games. All right, well, we are back. Ads are over. I do apologize, all the different ads, because the stream kept crashing and restarting. But we're here. So, we have our intro. I like this. I like the cute little Cerberus here. I think that's very cute. This is us. I'm assuming we are about... Is this us? I'm assuming this is us and we're about to be skelefied. Oh, actually, this is not us. This is Fate, who is the keeper of the world order. And we're I guess we're summoning... I guess we're about to get summoned here with Lemon, a skull, a bunch of eyes, and various leaves that I found outside. Nice. Your password is litmaster100. You know, again, easy to remember password. I don't know how secure it is, though. Control like 2 to 6. Really? Interesting. Is it don't tell me what the characters' names are, but are they characters we've seen before, or are they entirely new? Alright. What is Fate gonna do here? He's doing the Beatles walk. I see. Go to the market. We get some lemons in the market.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, no. I think we just showed that man when he was going to die. And not in a I'm going to kill him sense. In a I am literally the keeper of fate. I will know when you die. No? Okay, cool. Part of me wants to check it out. Part of me's like, I think, I want to say I saw somewhere they're actually rewriting they're kind of making, either they're making Bakery Girl non-canon or they're rewriting it, because 1 and 2 lead into Bakery Girl, but they kind of want to change how 1 and 2 end so it doesn't necessarily line up with Bakery Girl now. So I don't know if I want to like dedicate all that time into its lore if it's not even going to be accurate anymore. Your BK. I am back, Spooky. I'm back, but not with Terra Invicta, because Terra Invicta hates me. I guess Terra Invicta and OBS just have like a blood feud going on. Got a little bit of a blood feud, so I guess they won't be interacting with each other. I'll try and find a solution, probably next week at some point. It'll be the troubleshooting stream where I do nothing but try to get the game to work for 3 hours, and it either works or it doesn't. So we have our skull here, which I'm guessing is us. Yay, the Grim Reaper, us. How do we want to look? I kind of like the classic. I like the classic, but I think I like this color suit. I think the gray, the aquamarine and gray actually looks pretty nice with each other. This is a little like, this feels like almost kind of like you're supposed to be like a mobster, but I don't know how I feel about that. This is a little too bold for Death. I feel Death has to be a little demure. What's Bakery Girl? It is a game set in the Girls Frontline universe, and it's the first game that came out, but it's considered the latest in the chronology. So Girls Frontline 1 and 2 and Project Neurocloud are all prequels to Bakery Girl. So Bakery Girl, I think, was made in like 2011. So it made in 2011, and then they had like, they had the end and they had all this lore, and then they went and made the prequels and fleshed out the lore. But now that they've been writing the prequels for like the past, 10, 15 years or however long, they're kind of like, they're changing a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily make it lead into Bakery Girl very well. So I want to say I saw it was like an interview or something, like the head writers, like, we're gonna either make Bakery Girl like an alternate what if, or like non-canon, or maybe they're gonna take a more roundabout way of getting there. But essentially, they liked the prequels so much that they don't want it to necessarily evolve into the original, because they kind of just brought it in a different direction. The OG or the remake? Oh, that's a good point. I was thinking of the OG. The remake, I guess they are remaking it, so maybe, I guess with the remake, they'll probably remake it to then follow the new prequel they wrote a lot more closely. Yeah, okay. So Reverse Collapse Bakery is the full. Got it. Okay, I wasn't sure if they were gonna rewrite it or make it non-canon or what. Cool. Alright, but this guy's a little too bold. I kind of like this. I kind of like the way this looks. But I think I like this best. It's very very relaxed, very like, you know, the Grim Reaper won't be that mean to you. All right, let's begin the bureaucratic afterlife. It's kind of overpowering.
Finally.
Let me lower that.
The new spawn has
game audio. This game is really loud for some reason. I actually had to turn down my just general master volume down to like, I had to have it, and it still feels really loud. All right. That should be a fair bit lower. How's that sound? A lot better? What even is? I don't know exactly. I just know it's a continuation of the Girls Frontline universe story, but I haven't played it myself, so I couldn't tell you what it's about. All right. The new spawn has awoken. Hey, guys, I think he's talking about us. Cooking Mama. Cooking. You know what? Let me get the Cooking Mama stream running. That's what we need.
Momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn. Hang on. Spawn number 19.
Dang, you know this guy's fancy when he says 19 and not 19. The remake does follow. Okay, so the remake does follow the lore.
Fate. I am the keeper of world order.
Let's see. You know what? Nah. I'm not 19. I'm him. I'm you. Can I be Fate?
Another ironic one. Great. No. You may call yourself the Grim Reaper, as that is what you are.
I wasn't being ironic. I'm going after your job. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. You see that nice suit I'm wearing? I'm wearing such a nice suit. I'm gunning for your job, Fate. You better watch out.
Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the Sun County Wine Region.
You know, I'll take it. It's a little, you know, it's a little bit small, but I'm sure it'll have big impacts.
Your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff.
All right, I can do that.
As it is your first day, try to get to know the system. And do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see?
Gallows humor. Is it called gallows humor if you're talking to literal death? Yeah. Isn't that just regular humor? Do we not just perform well and get that rear echelon position? I mean, while that is true, you do make a good point. Actually, the penultimate question is, do I get paid for this? Because if I get paid for this, I suppose I can retire with a cushy job. But if I'm just doing this for the love of the game, then I want to love the game by being in charge of the game. You know what I mean? Then I can just pay myself.
Most certainly. The contract stipulates that every...
Let's go! We got payments! This is all I want. This is all I want, all I need.
Marking profiles correctly is the most important task. If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all.
So I can't just kill everybody for money. Got it.
Errors in secondary tasks will reduce the total, even if the primary task is executed correctly.
All right, actually, Fate, I take it back. You have a nice sense of humor. I don't want to replace you, Fate. You know what? That was my level of punnage, and I'm quite happy about that.
Remember, the fate of the world lies in your hands.
So, how does the fate of the world lie in my hands if I'm controlling Cosmopolitan City Sector 4, the wine region? Like, I don't know if this one region is going to lead to... If this whole one region, like, screws up, there's no way it ends the entire world, right? That seems a little extreme.
We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check.
Okay.
For that reason,
So I'm guessing it's
your
kind of like
actions
Papers, Please, where it's like sort of a, where it's like a storyline where depending on like who you, where in Papers, Please, it's like who you let in and like how you let them do it. Who, depending on who I kill, will kind of go branching into different storylines if I had to guess. So I'm guessing if I do just the job exactly as is, actually, I don't know. Maybe if I do the job just exactly as is, nothing bad happens. Maybe it's going to have to be like, there's going to be something that tempts me into doing the job in a different way. All right. I was born to do this.
You were. Literally. I will now show
Welcome
you
back,
your
Silver. Hope you're doing good.
One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed.
You do, Silver. You do.
1 week to show us what you are made of.
15k to Immortal War Thunder. I see. That is a bit anxiety hearing to hear, because I don't know if I want to play War Thunder, but I suppose I can. Cerberus Den. What are you? This looks interesting. Do I right-click it? My instructions for the day. Here are the files on humans who are in life-threatening situations within your domain. I'm granting you time to settle in, so no difficult ruling request as of today. Quota, just 1 human has to die. Send me the files by fax after you made your decision. Good luck on the first day. The marker of death. Better pick it up and start marking some files. I have a phone at least. Good for procrastinating and scrolling through Cocker. What is Cocker? Wonder if I'm making a difference. Okay, I guess I don't have any apps on my phone. Guys, I don't have any games on my phone. So there's a bar here. Wonder if there are other Grims. Okay, so there are other Grims I can talk to. What about you? You still have unmarked profile. Oh, so I have to choose if I want them to live or I want them to die. All right, Tecumseh Gold, age 65, profession, professor. Tecumseh is a renowned professor of mathematics who enjoys challenging their students with nigh unsolvable equations. It is the best way to force them into being more inventive and creative, they say. Lately, they started tutoring a gifted janitor with the troubled past. Kill both? Well, I only have to kill 1. It says, quota for the day, 1 human has to die. So if I kill both, I think that's bad, because that will violate my quota. War Thunder is fun once in a while. I suppose if it's fun once in a while, yeah, I agree. Or Leland Polikiv, age 40, position is Gravedigger. A yellow sun rises, shots have been fired tonight, is what Leland says every morning, looking into the distance, prepared for all the crime victims that inevitably get brought in that day. Occasionally they find bones from the dirt and use them to act out key scenes from Whamlets. Well, first of all, it's Hamlet, so because he doesn't know what it's supposed to be called, you, sir, get to die. I can't believe it. Yes. I can't believe it. He doesn't know the correct name of the play. If you're not going to pay attention in drama class, then you don't get to live. I'm sorry. Well, actually, I do get to make the rules, and that is the rule I say. Alright, so, Leland dies. You get to die. Tecumseh, you get to live. I'm being nice to you. After all, they're helping out a troubled janitor. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, this is cool. Like a whole office thing. Where down can I go? Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium.
What ho, customer!
Wait, why is there a pirate?
Mortimer's Plunder Emporium. As you may guess,
You definitely make people rage quit?
Mortimer.
There's nothing wrong with making someone rage quit, as long as you
The
aren't
one
being
might have
mean.
heard of. The famous, nay, infamous Quartermaster.
Okay. What makes you infamous?
Why, I was the very pirate king of lore, feared across the world. Even as I have grown most humble with age, I still carry within me glory days.
Cool. I guess, yeah, cool.
Emporium
I don't know what else to
right
say, man.
underneath.
It's cool to know.
Browse at your will.
Just existing and sniping across the map. Oh, so you're like a little spawn camper. I see. Interesting. So this lets me get a fancy bow tie. I don't know what this does. It just says it blasts me with radio waves. I'm getting hit with the 5G. I guess that's probably fine. Oh, wait. This is just a fidget spinner. This is just a fidget spinner. Okay. Can I go over here? No, that just clicks back in there. Ball and Wonderworld stream win. What is Ball and Wonderworld? I'm afraid I don't know that one, Ragtag. What kind of game is that? They are trying to spawn camp you. Ah, I see. All right, let's check out the bar. Oh, is it closed? Can I not go in the bar yet? I don't think I can go. No, I don't think I can go in the bar yet. What about here? I guess I probably have to like unlock areas. If I go right here, I guess they probably want me to go. Oh, dressing. Can I go? No, I can't go in there. Personal. Okay, so I think I have to go up here. I think I have to go up here where the light... Okay, so if the light is on, I can go to it. That makes sense.
Well,
you must kill them. I mean, I guess that's fair if they were trying to spawn camp you. The masterpiece made by the guy who created Sonic. Like, I don't know if you're being serious or not. That sounds cool. Is it like Sonic, I guess? I think our day went great. We killed a person who didn't understand art, and then I guess we also had someone else live.
Important work, after all.
After all, we must do important work.
Lives are on the line.
And I'm the one pushing them off that line, baby. Let's go.
I see exactly one person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice?
I did.
To be honest, I gave a simple one to begin with. There was no best choice.
It's absolutely nothing like Sonic. So what kind of... Is it like a strategy game? Is it like an FPS? Like, what kind of game of it is it? Like, genre-wise? Yeah, I agree. If someone tries to spawn camp you, then they can't get mad when you snipe them from across the map.
Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Question?
Nah, I'm good. I'm ready for anything. I am absolutely crushing it.
Future guidelines.
It's more like a hat in time. Oh, so it's like a platformer. Interesting. I'll look into it. I'm not the biggest fan of platformers. I will admit. I'm not the biggest fan of them. But I don't hate the idea of checking it out for sure. There's no reason not to. Yeah, so if the light is on, that means I can go in there. Okay, so if I go down here, so this is the office. So I could go and get stuff from Mortimer, but I don't have enough money to right now because I only have 300 bucks. Oh, he's doing like a little bit of housework. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cute. You have no moral guidelines, you'd be great at this game. Well, I'd argue you have to have moral guidelines to do the game correctly, right? It's a turn-based game that takes place in 2092, 18 years after. Oh, for Bakery Girl. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Ballin game, which I'm gonna be real. When you said Ballin Wonderland, I thought you were making a joke about like, oh, he's ballin', like he's very cool. So I'm a little. I'll admit that's kind of what I thought. Wait, can I flip a coin? No, it looks... Oh, no, I can flip a coin. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of coin flips here, I think. I like how they gave you a literal coin for coin flipping if you don't know whether to kill someone or not. Wasn't Ballin', like, terrible? Oh, really? Oh, it was bad. Oh, that's not good. Why was it bad? Alright. I wonder if I'm making a difference. Charming real-life tales of a math professor helping a young math genius to be turned into a film. Bodies keep piling up after death of city's only gravedigger. It wasn't me, says Secretary of Environment after question about the horrible smell engulfing the city. Oh no. So on the one hand, you know, we have the math professor. They're, you know, very inspiring. And now the math genius is doing good things. But also the only gravedigger is dead. And now we have like dead bodies everywhere. That's less good. I will say that's less good. You can see what is a masterpiece. Oh, it's a masterpiece of being terrible then. Interesting. Oh, the bar's only open on weekends, so I can only go there on Saturday and Sunday. That makes sense. All right, what do we got to do today? I hope you have found your accommodations adequate. Here are the rules of the day. Follow them and you'll be okay. I'm handing you another simple task. One human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. Okay. That's not our problem. Well, it kind of is our problem, because if a lot more people start dying, then that means a lot more work for me. And like, I don't know if I discussed whether I get paid overtime, but if I don't, then I don't want to do all that extra work, right? Alright, so we have Luther here. Working in a factory is very monotonous. You almost become a machine yourself. At least that's how Luther feels most days. They go through a set of predetermined motions one after another. However, this is giving him ample time to compose poetry. Interesting. So when does Terra Invicta come into this? It comes into this when my computer dies, and actually it turns out I marked death for myself. Enrique never really liked... Is it Enrique or Enrique? I'm not sure. Never really liked politics, yet is serving his second term in office. When traveling, they enjoy snooping out all the hip spots the locals frequent. A fan of history, they own a vast collection of old war figures. They are married and have 2 homeschooled children. So probably not this guy, because he doesn't meet the quota. They have to have an engineering or industrial background. This guy doesn't seem to have an industrial or engineering background. And Jan Weber. You want a tiny thing fused together to another tiny thing using an alloy of some tin and lead. You come to Jan. Soldering is the cornerstone of building and maintaining any modern technological equipment, and Jan is the best at it. Interesting. Oh, Twitch integration. Actually, that's a good point. Let's go options. Because it is supposed to have... There it is. Let me swap off here. Streamer settings. Okay. Let's do that. And then I'll put the vote timer on 60 seconds. Okay, clicking on the red book will start the vote and will show the results once the timer runs out. Clicking the book when the vote is in progress and we'll stop it. All right, save and go back. All right, let's see if this still works. Let's see if this still works. All right, and let's go back here. Gaming. Okay. We are back on the gaming. Kill the person with children engineer background because it'd be funny to make the kids not have a dad. Well, this guy doesn't have an engineering background, so there's no point to killing him. Here with Silver. Kill him because it'd be funny. Well, I don't think if I kill people who don't deserve, who shouldn't be killed, I don't get as much money, and I want money, right? So we can either kill the guy who composes poetry, or the guy who does, like, who really likes soldering things. Unfortunately, I don't like poetry because I'm bad at it, so you die. Actually, hold on. Do not, actually, sorry. What I'm gonna do... Alright, so I click on the red book. Alright, so you guys can either vote exclamation point die or exclamation point spare. And that should do it. Now, let me see here. Did the bot join the stream? Did the bot join the stream? I'm not seeing the bot, so maybe it'll work? Oh, well, it's working because you guys are voting. Oh, thank you for helping for the lurk, Kichi. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me get a shout out there. For those who don't know, Hichi, super awesome, cool streamer. Please go check her out. She's great. What are you up to? Hope you're doing well. All right, so we have 2 that want to kill. Oh, I guess it should be, wait. Okay, so this is for the factory worker. I want to be clear. We're voting to kill whether or not we want to kill or spare the factory worker. So this actually, okay, so this doesn't have Twitch integration in the sense it kills them. It's just an easy way for you guys to vote. So, did we do that correctly? Are we voting? No, okay. Let's redo the voting because I think I didn't quite understand it, so I didn't explain it quite correctly. So, what we're doing here is basically, when I press the book, you guys get to vote. And when you vote, that's just an easy way of telling me if you want to kill the person we're voting on. So right now, we are voting on Luther Marlowe. They are a factory worker, age 38. They feel like a machine, a cog in the machine, but they do like poetry. So I hit this, and now you guys can vote whether to spare or whether to kill them. And then, oh, remember, oh, I guess you guys could all vote to kill all of them. Oh, that would be bad. We can't kill another Luther. I mean, you could, if you want to save him, you gotta save him. If you want to save him, you have to vote spare. I'll put my vote as well. I'll put my vote as well. Okay. Unfortunately for Luther, I was really bad at poetry in high school and I still hold a grudge over it. How's it going, Prepper? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. All right, we're actually at 50-50 now. We have another die in here. Okay. So far it looks like Luther's biting the dust here. It's not looking good for Luther. Yeah, unfortunately, he's just barely on the edge, and Luther is going to no longer be with us. Well, that's our quota for the day. So you die, Luther. No, wait, Rocket, no! It's too late! Oh, I'm so sorry. That still would have just brought it to 50-50, and I would have been the tiebreaker, and I would have killed him. I would have. In the event of a tiebreaker, I will probably just choose to murder. Alright, so that is Luther dead. Next, we have Enrique Quinto, age 46. They are the current prime minister. He never really liked politics, but is serving a second term of office. When traveling, they enjoy snooping out all the hip spots the locals frequent. A fan of history, they own a vast collection of old war figurines. They are married and have 2 homeschool children. So, let's vote. Do we want to kill Enrique? Do we want to spare Enrique? Those are actually our only 2 options. We either kill him or we let him live. There's not much we can do. I'm gonna spare because I don't have to kill him, right? He does not have to die. Additionally, remember our quota. We need to kill 1 human with an engineering or industrial background. We've already met our quota for the day. I don't know what happens if we go above our quota, but I'd probably get less money, which isn't great. He likes figurines. He does like figurines, that's true. I know a lot of you guys in the chat like painting like Warhammer figurines or like making Gunpla. Are you gonna kill a fellow figuriner? I don't know if you could do this. He probably plays Warhammer, yeah. Are you gonna kill another Warhammer fan? We can exceed it by killing... Oh, we can't... His wife was cheating on him anyways. I don't know if that means he deserves to die, though. Alright, I will say, I do like that you guys get to vote, but if you guys all just vote to kill everybody all the time, that's a little less fun. For this first round, if you guys want to kill everyone, that's okay, but let's maybe in the future at least try to, you know, not always just be voting die. But it looks like Enrique has to die. Alright. And finally, we have Jan Weber. They are age 45 and they are a solderer. You want to kill him because he's a politician? You know what? Fair enough. You want a tiny thing fused to another tiny thing using an alloy of tin and lead? You come to Jan. Soldering is the cornerstone of building and maintaining any modern technological equipment, and Jan is the best at it. Can you get his figurines? Unfortunately, I already called dibs on his figurines, so, you know, sorry. As Death, I'm the guy who gets to choose who gets what figurines, and I choose that I get the figurines. You know what, Prepper? I'll be kind. I'll give you, like, I'm sure he's probably got, like, at least a single, like, Horus figure or something. I'll give you the Horus figure, because I don't like that guy. I think he's kind of lame. Die. That's all it took for you to go into violence. I can't have figurines, then everyone must perish. You know what? I can vibe with it. I can live with that. Alright. How's it looking? Obviously lead poisoned and aggressive. He literally lurks with tin and lead. I agree, actually. I agree. He literally works with tin and lead. His brain probably quite literally brain rotted from all the lead. We're gonna find out that after sparing this guy, he's intentionally putting lead into, like, the walls or something. This guy who seems very unassuming is actually going to be horrible. You like him too much to let him die? How so? Because he's is that a German name? I didn't know that Weber was a German name. Alright. Well, it looks like Jan gets to live. Alright, and just like that, that is the end of the day. Let's confirm our choices. He said he had war minifigures, so that means he's addicted to War Thunder. He must die. Oh, but if he dies, then you'll have no one to play against. That's the thing. If all War Thunder players die Silver, then who will you have available to play against? All right, let's have our debrief with Fate. He's probably not going to be upset we killed that guy for no reason.
Grim, how was the second day on the job?
It was good. Less competition. But if you have no competition, then how are you gonna play? He's German, they've never done anything bad. You know what? I'm just not gonna engage with that one, Ragtag. I'm pretty sure you're being sarcastic, so yeah. I wouldn't know anything about that.
You would not? Oh, I am sure you do. Please pay proper attention to the rules.
Guys, my boss is mad at me. He's mad at me. Then you win. But is a victory really a victory if it's hollow? Is a victory really a victory if it's gained by default or from your opponent not showing up? Like, technically, yeah. But in your heart of hearts, do you really feel like you won?
Unfortunately, such errors mean I must dock your pay for the day. You may leave, Grim.
You guys made me lose money! Money! How am I gonna buy that fidget spinner now? I can't... Guys, how am I gonna buy a fidget spinner if I get my pay docked? Can I get a vacation?
Nope.
Oh no. Also, how is the mic volume okay?
Generally.
Because I got kind of loud there, and I want to make sure with the new settings I didn't get like too loud. I do apologize if it got too loud there. Still finagling with them. All right. Well, all right, let's follow the rules. All right. Can we go to the bar? You seem fine? Good. Zero. You guys see that? $0. Man, I'm never going to be able to buy that fidget spinner. I'm also going to move the chat a little bit higher. Like right there. Just so it's a little bit... That way when my guy jumps, he doesn't block the box there, because that's how he's blocking it a little bit. Do we have to follow the rules? It's almost like the rules are there for a reason. Admittedly, I thought he would, like, take part of my pay. I didn't think he'd take all of it.
Jolly Roger! Again ye honor me.
Oh, his stuff changes. Oh, interesting. Oh, but I don't like... Oh, but that's not good. That's not good. Oh, okay. This is all of the days from 1 to 28. Can I go into debt? I cannot. That's unfortunate. Oh, I wonder if the game is only 28 days. Because I guess we only exist for the month of February. What are the rules? I can explain to you the rules because they change every day. Instead, it's a puzzle. I mean, it's supposed to be a moral implications game. I think the first ones are just making easy for us. But I'm sure later on it's gonna be like, oh, you have to kill somebody, and like everybody's really a really nice guy. Puzzles, those are no fun. I think puzzles can be fun. All right, let's see what happened in the world. Local technician introduces new exciting soldering technique that may change the whole world. Visiting Prime Minister dead by unidentified illness after an undercover night on the town. Oh no. Oh, okay. So Crow News is when somebody dies, but Science Today is when something like, or the other news is when something good happens, when I let them stay alive. Manufacturing plant grinds to a halt after death of worker. Turns out they were single-handedly keeping it operating. Holiday President Naya Bree visiting Cosmopolis City as part of a goodwill tour. Guys, alright, we do have the opportunity to do the funniest thing. I'm not saying we kill all politicians, I'm just saying if we killed both prime ministers in a row, that'd be really funny. Alright, we just have to kill 2 people today. So let's read them out. And then... Well, I'm trying to think, do we read them out first and then vote? Because that'll basically take twice as long. Alright, I'll read it out and then we'll vote. And then I guess we just won't care for numbers. Or I guess I'll just try to remember who voted for what. Stefan is a liar who absolutely can't stop lying, ever. They keep lying even about the most insignificant things. They just like lying that much. On the other hand, the skill comes in pretty handy whenever anyone asks for recommendations. They are a waiter and 30 years old. Going to sleep? Have a good night, Silver. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We have Christy, who is a 38-year-old student. A true student for life, Christy has no intention of stopping their intense learning process. In fact, they might be on the verge of a massively important breakthrough with their 4th bachelor's thesis. We have Naya Zoe Bree, who is the president. Naya is the youngest person to be elected to the office of president of Galstad, a small but wealthy nation. They ran on a platform of constructing enormous sky fortresses, immensely heavily armed flying citadels. Who would love a couple of those? Okay. I know how we feel about politicians here. You guys made that pretty clear. But she's building sky fortresses. That's cool as hell. Why would we not want to... I'd vote for her. I'd vote for her for sure. All right, we have Columba Hunter, an airplane pilot. Columba is a distinguished war veteran these days, working as a well-regarded passenger airline pilot. They're happily married and have 5 children. As a hobby, Columba is extremely interested in the history of religious buildings. Kill the president? I think we're gonna kill the president, guys. I think, knowing you guys, I think the president is going to die. Oh, this isn't... I feel like if this guy dies, not only do we leave 5 children without a father, I feel like he's gonna die while flying a plane and then lead to a bunch of other people dying, so I really don't want to kill this man. And then we have Kea Chadwick, 25-year-old butcher. Kea never thought they'd have the stomach for chopping up meat. Turns out the trick was to dissociate and have sharp knives. They tend to be slightly hasty and wasteful in handling their product. On the weekends, Kea does a street circus act that focuses on knife juggling. Alright, so these are our 5 people. Let's start the voting. First, El Presidente. El Presidente. Keep the airplane pilot, he likes churches. I think we have to keep the airplane pilot because I'm afraid if he dies, he's going to take an entire plane with him. I'm voting to spare the president here. I think a president that says, oh, we should build giant sky fortresses is really cool. They have my votes, personally. Not to get political, but I think we need more giant flying citadels. Model student president timed. Okay. Again, we only want to kill 2 people here. If we kill more than 2 people, then I don't get paid again, and I would like to get paid. Ooh, we're at a 50-50, actually. You played BioShock Infinite, you know how that goes. Look, I'm sure BioShock Infinite didn't have a bad ending at all. Definitely not. Ooh, lying waiter, you know he spit in your food. Actually, so true. Lying waiter definitely spit in our food now that I think about it. Spooky from the top rope with a final die. Well, unfortunately, El Presidente, your time is now. And you are deceased. Next, we have the airplane pilots. How do we feel about him? Remember, he is an airplane pilot, which means if he dies, he will probably be taking an entire plane of people with him. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. It would be really bad if he died, and then not only he died, but an entire plane of people did as well. I'm seeing a lot of spares here. I'm seeing a lot of spares. I get the feeling our friend Columba here is gonna survive. I wonder if he's gonna pull like a landing on the Hudson or something. You know, they made a movie about that. Like, I didn't see the movie, so maybe it was really good, but like, I get it was a very momentous occasion and everything. But how do you make a movie about that? You know, they took off, they hit a bunch of geese, they re-landed on the Hudson, you know. I imagine the movie was probably longer than the whole incident. How does that happen? Only sparing him because he likes churches? Hey, you know what? If you spare him, you spare him. And actually, no one wished for their death that time. Columba, you get to live. Apparently, people really want you to live, so let's hope you don't turn out to be a jerk. Now we have the waiter. How do we feel about the waiter here? Personally, I agree, Prepper. I think they spit in my food. They need to die. I'm pretty sure they spit in my food, and they need to die. Imagine it goes into all the nonsense in the background. I would imagine so, Prepper. It probably, because it was like, right, it happened like like almost immediately after 9/11, so it probably features like that pretty heavily, which, I mean, it makes, I get it, but at that point, why not just make a movie about, you know, the war on terror, right? It feels like a very weird narrative framing device, but again, maybe it was actually really good. It had Tom Hanks, so like it's probably well acted at least, if I remember correctly. Lying is cool, actually. Guys, lying is actually really cool, but you're not thinking about it, Flamin. If he's lying about my food, then he's totally spitting in it. There's no way someone would lie about your food and then not spit in it, okay? And that's not good. I would prefer not to have my food spit in. So you die. All right, now we have 2 more people. And I do want to point out, we have met our quota for the day. We have met our quota. No more people need to die. No more people need to die. I mean, you can if you want to kill them, but they don't have to. All right, voting starts now. This is the permanent bachelor students. You know what? I like learning. I think learning is cool. If I had a bajillion million dollars, well, I probably wouldn't just be a college student. I'd probably go like travel the world a bit. But I think I'd also like to go and then at some point just spend my time at university just learning cool things, because there's so many cool things to learn, you know? I like that. You hate education? Oh no. If you're eating at a restaurant, you deserve to eat. Spit? That is a take, Flamin. All right, Flamin. So you're telling me you've never gone to what about a pub? A pub is just a restaurant, but with like more alcohol. So if because I know you British people like your pubs. Are you saying if I go to a pub, I deserve to have, if anyone goes to a pub, they deserve to have their food spit in? She seems a bit useless, but doesn't equate to murder. I mean, it looks like, it says she might be on the verge of a massive breakthrough. She might be on the verge of a massive breakthrough. All right, it's 50-50. Don't drink, so no pubs. Oh. Dang it. Admittably, I disagree, but it's hard to give you a good rebuttal. So, do you not go out to eat often then? I don't think I go out to eat often. Maybe like once a month. Maybe like once or twice a month. But that's mostly because like, for my kind of like treat, quote unquote, that I give myself is that when I buy groceries every week, I get a Publix sub, which is kind of like the equivalent of going out to eat. It's just not at like a restaurant. It's just when I'm at the meat counter getting my food, I then get a nice sandwich. Is her thesis? You see what Anakin was able to do with such a thing? Oh no. What did wait, what do you mean what did her thesis do? All right. So it is 50-50. It is 50-50. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But I guess I voted already. So if I guess, okay, so I guess I shouldn't vote. Wait, well, it's 50. Okay, so if it's 50-50, but I already voted, should I get to decide the tiebreaker, or should we take that as we go for whatever side I did not vote for? Probably should do that as we go for whatever side I did not vote for, right? That's probably the easiest way to do it. You'll order like takeaway, but you ain't staying. That's fair. I think takeout's way better. I mean, takeout's just kind of better. It's kind of better anyways. Coin it? Agree. All right. All right. Heads, they die. Or heads, they... Let's do heads, they die. Tails, they live. All right. They live. All right, then. And finally, we have Kea, who is a butcher who likes to dissociate and have sharp knives. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. They might do a little bit of chaos, but I've already met my quota for today, and damn do I want to get paid. I want to buy that fidget spinner, damn it, so I'm gonna say they get spared. You'll abide by the coin's decision. I think that's a good way of doing it as well. I think abiding by the coin is how to go about it. It just makes things easier after all. Just makes things easier. Alright, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of spares here, so I think we are going to spare this guy. I don't think we have enough votes to otherwise flip him into the murder aspect. So, you get to live. Delete. No, don't delete them, Bob. How's it going, though? Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. What have you been up to? Alright. That's actually pretty nice. Not only did we meet quota, we also... I think we did a pretty... I think we... Well... Again, I do think the Sky Fortress agenda is a pretty solid political move, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get them to spare you. This butcher sounds like your type of guy. Sounds like my kind of fella, I tell you what. Alright, and there they go. The Grim Office. Can I go to the bar? Can't go to the bar yet, and I don't have enough money to pay things. But hopefully after today, we'll have a lot of money.
Grim,
All right.
My latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel?
I'm also incredibly hungry right now, actually.
Probably some of the psychic residue left over from the creation. Making a death is not simplistic alchemy.
I guess if this guy is like fate, like, why does he need me though?
Now, let me take a look at the files.
Maybe he's
you
just
sent
lazy.
today.
You know, fair enough. I wouldn't want to have to sort through all the files myself. If I had control over creation and could just make a bunch of little servant Grim Reapers, I'd probably do that.
Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles.
Nice.
There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
We did a good job. How much money did I make? I made $300. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can buy anything from Mortimer. What do you got for me?
Prepare for a perilous adventure on the ocean of quality merchandising.
Is this just a coin? What is this? A coin, the thing which usually makes up the largest portion of any buried treasure. Huh. Well, it's 600 bucks. I guess I could use this for my coin flips if I want to have like a special coin, right? Okay. I'm not... Look, I know what you guys expect of me.
Out there that frightens me. Once we looted an ancient tomb for gods and kings long forgotten.
What are you telling me, Mortimer?
And you know what, matey?
What?
Found there the most particular set of ears.
Oh, there's lore. Oh
Happened to overhear a
no.
mutineer plot that very night. So I threw them all right overboard. Plotting with the fishes now they are.
See, I want to have good hearing. I want to know what's going on around the office. This is how I do it. This is how I find out what's going on around the office. I need a mirror for this. Oh, can I not? Can I not use the dressing room without a mirror? Oh, that's unfortunate. So I have to buy him. I guess I have to buy a mirror first, and then I can put on the cat ears. Alright. I guess we have to end the day then. Alright. Let's see where I can get... Does Mortimer sell a mirror?
What ho? How can we humble and not at all
So I guess I have to wait till he gets a mirror and then I can buy it. That's really, I really appreciate it, Alsor. Thank you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Welcome in. This is not Terra Invicta. Terra Invicta decided it hated me. So we're doing this. We're actually following the schedule because I have done it's gotta be some weird interaction between Terra Invicta and OBS. Because I can play Terra Invicta on its own and it's completely fine. It doesn't crash, it works perfectly fine. But the second I try to do it with OBS as well, it just suddenly starts crashing. And I'm not sure why. I even went back to a much earlier version of OBS because I thought maybe I updated and that caused the crashes to start. Doesn't seem to be the issue. So yeah, I'll try and figure it out. Another time. But I didn't want to have another 3-hour stream of just me crashing, so we are gonna do... we're doing a little bit of this, but thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it, Alsora. I'm glad you've been here for the 22 months, and I hope you've enjoyed it. The Mimic in the Woober position in the screen just kind of look like his wares and his pack. I do look like I'm just a part of his scallywag crew, which I do like. I think that's actually really cool. Okay, so these are widgets. So I'm guessing widgets are things I could just, like, throw on my desk. How are you doing, also? I hope you're doing good. Can I, like, go down here? I can't... I mean, obviously I see there's stuff down here, but I can't get down there. So maybe I have to do something to get down there later. But today we are in the office recovering. Oh, recovering from what? I'm sorry to hear it sounds like you were sick. Hope you're having a good day aside from that. Alright, let's see what happened in the news. All survived in a plane crash thanks to skillful efforts of pirate. I told you guys, if we killed the pilot, everyone on that plane would have died. Everyone on that plane would have died. That's why we needed to save him. I saw that coming from a mile away. Scandal errors at university has another thesis found to be full of plagiarized paragraphs and faulty research. Ooh. You know, I really thought they were on that breakthrough. I shouldn't have, though. You called it? You did kind of call it. President Bree dies in a helicopter crash. Flying Citadel plan shelved. Are you guys happy? We lost the Flying Citadels. I hope you're happy, because I'm not. I wanted a Flying Sky Fortress. Have you looked outside today? It rains. It has been raining for hours. Appropriate to accompany the despondents within me. Well, here are some rules for you. You know, it seems like the rules for Fate are pretty arbitrary. He's just like, I'm kind of sad, so I just want you to kill a lot of people today. Like, I don't know, man. Being out of the house for 4 days, did I do your therapy and psychiatric visit? Oh, no. Sorry to hear that you're having a rough time, Alsora. Well, I hope you get to go back home soon, get some rest, get some nice relaxation, like your kind of comfort place. I'm kind of the same way, where it's like if I'm like out of the house for a while, like for like a trip or something, after 5 or 6 days, I'm like, even if like the hotel room is comfortable, I'm like, this is not my home. I just want to go to my home where I know I can relax, you know? Yeah, 4 hours ago, that's why you're recovering. That's very good. Well, I hope you at least had a, if not a good time on your trip, a productive time. I hope you're doing better now. You get your lazy butt to buy tools, so that means paying monies, and you know, like that. Admittedly, yeah, that is fair. Hold on, and I missed something from Prepper. Oh, wait, that's the little sus guy. Oh, that's cute. It says humans. Can we tell if they're human? That's a good point, Prepper, actually. I think we're operating under the assumption they're all human, but they might not be. Well, this should be a good day for you guys, because you guys really like killing. You guys really like killing, so let's see who we've got today. Wrong message? Oh. But yeah, sorry to hear that, Bob. Admittedly, I hope whatever tools you're looking for, you can find on a nice, hefty sale. So we have Bart Green. Bart is a wealthy banker married with 2 kids. They had an affair with the brother of their spouse, but the partner found out and took off with the kids. Then the brother committed suicide, and Bart and Sarah moved to a huge countryside mansion where they wait alone to meet their lover again. This took a turn. They're always productive for these ones. Sadly, took over 4 years of trying different ones and having to travel 4 hours to and from. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it took 4 years, but hey, if it's productive now, that means 4 long years of waiting have finally paid off. Okay, so wait, let me try and understand this. They had an affair with the brother of their spouse. Okay. So that means they had an affair with their brother-in-law, I believe, is what they're saying. But then the partner, so I'm assuming that's his wife. Or I guess his wife or husband, sorry, it doesn't specify. Took off with the kids. Then the brother-in-law he was having an affair with committed suicide, and Bart moved to a huge countryside manor alone. Okay. A lot happened there. A lot's going on with him. Interesting. Finally putting out a 10. Hell yeah, I'm really happy to hear that, Alsora. I wish you nothing but the best. Bankers are worse than politicians. Die. We're not there yet. We're gonna go. I want to go through all of them first. And then we'll check one by one. Because like I don't want to do this guy, and then it turns out he's not that bad compared to all the other 4, and then we kill him too early. So I want to make sure we check all of them first, then we'll have them do it. You'd like to propose a new policy? Anyone who hurts a pet animal dies, the butcher would have been fine. All in favor? Honestly, I'm kind of with you, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if something pops up. All right, we have Kiana Wandersog, age 19. She's a cut purse. Kiana enjoys being a mischievous thief. When not snatching small, largely frivolous items, they sing loudly at every person they meet. Sorry, guys. Executive decision. They're a theater kid. Instant death. Instant death. They found this to be the best way of solving problems. Grim, I am watching. You should mark this program till... Oh, no! I didn't read the last sentence. I didn't... Oh, no. Oh, no. Look, I was given discretion for my quota. Okay, she sings at people. She sings. Imagine you're walking around town and someone just walks up and starts singing at you. I'm sorry, that's too much for me. If I have the power over life and death here, I'm afraid, Miss Kiana, that wandering bards fell out of fashion about 400 years ago. Some kind of puppy kicker? I mean, not necessarily a puppy kicker, but maybe they had like a good reason. You never know. You have a dog, but some animals deserve it? Okay, Vita. I mean, look, maybe, what if they're like a hunter? What if they're like hunting like a wild, what if they're hunting like a wild baby seal, right? Because baby seals, as we all know, are incredibly vicious and they'll go right for the jugular. In that case, we find someone who's clubbed a baby seal to death. I don't think we should hold it against them and they should get to live. I think that's a very good exception to a rule. Now she's dead. Yeah, unfortunately she's dead. I don't think I can change it. I can't. I cannot change it. Oh no. I really should finish reading these before I do things. Alright, the boss is gonna be pissed. I was told I just have to make sure 3 humans die, okay? How I interpret my quota is up to me. My boss, well, my boss is my boss, so he probably won't like that line of thinking. I'm sorry, Kiana must die. You also learned that one of your favorite pro strongmen publicly called out a different pro for cheating on his wife. When it comes to when it comes out, this pro was also cheating on his wife. That is, jeez. I mean, they sound like horrible people all around, but like, that is, was it well known beforehand and or was it like, it also came out and it's like, dude, that's it's like, man, the man really said, do as I say, not as I do. The issue you had was that all the neuropsychiatrists around you believe in sunlight therapy fixes everything, which helps, but if it's a body not working right in the first place, needing the meds for it and removing the minimum slowly made you collapse mentally. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear it sound like they weren't listening to you. Like, I do, of course, you know, making sure you go outside, get some fresh air, get some sunlight, stay active with exercise, that does help. I think that does help, and that's been shown to help, but like, that's not the end-all, you know, be-all. Sometimes our brains just don't necessarily work in the right way, and meds can definitely help fix that. So I'm glad it sounds like you're getting the care you need elsewhere. I really hope that it helps a lot for you. This whole pro's marketing gimmick is literally lift, be kind. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a little... That seems like a bit of a brand killer if you're like, oh, let's have my wife, you know... Let's be like the nice, kind guy. Also, I'm gonna cheat on my wife. Taxes, how's it going? A sample. Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. You're still like Kiana, but without the thieving. Ragtag, I'm sorry to say, but if you walk up to people and you just start singing at them... That's certainly a decision you can make. I don't know how I feel about that one, though. I don't know how I feel about that. But avoiding taxes. You know what? I'll say it. I will say it. Someone is an extrovert. Like, I don't know if I'd say... Oh, yeah, Kiana is definitely an extrovert here. I could never. You just like singing. I think it would be... I think it'd be one thing to just be sitting in the town square singing. I think that's fine. I think sitting in the town square, belting out a tune, maybe trying to earn a couple bucks, I think that's fine. But it specifies they sing at every person they meet. That means she is walking up to people and singing at them. That's a bit much. Have a good night, Flamin. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Go get some good rest. Get some good rest. All right. Well, we've already actively... So we already just immediately ignored our boss because, you know, I didn't finish reading. I got a little, I hit them with the instant death when I read that, and I should have read literally one extra sentence. All right, well, I don't want to go to the next one because ads are playing right now, so I'm just kind of waiting for ads to end before I start reading out the next one. I'm doing good, Sample. I hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. I did see your pig. Your pig is very cute. You make me want to go. You know, if in the next 5 to 10 years I get like a big old farm or something, or just a big old piece of land, I think a pet pig would be pretty cool. I think a pet pig would be pretty cool. Actually, he's such a goofy little goober. I just want to like hug him and pet him. You know. Feel like glass house and all, like, or if he hadn't built his brand out being a nice guy, wouldn't have just, you probably just would have blown over. But when the whole brand is about being a strong man, but even kinder man outside that, yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like, for me, even aside from the brand, it's like, even if like his brand wasn't I'm a nice guy, but just I'm a guy who does things, if your personality is intrinsically tied to the brand, I feel like then if that person turns out to be a jerk, even if their brand wasn't about them necessarily being nice, you can be like, well, I just don't like you anymore. There's other people in the same space that I could support, so I'd rather do that, you know? That's kind of my thought on it. Everyone you met can attest that you randomly burst out into song. I guess... It's not the worst thing ever. It's not the worst personality trait ever. And I suppose if it's already people you've met, that's okay, but on a first meeting, it feels a bit much. You're geeked up playing with your pig all damn day? Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Did you see your pig? I did indeed. Wife say no to Caracal? Wife, before you redeem this, how are we looking in the cash flow? What do you mean in the cash flow? I think we have 100 bucks left over right now. So it's just enough to flip it. Oh, if you mean, for the gift a sub? Oh, that's fine. You can give someone a sub if you want. I am a-okay with that. If there's a person you'd like to gift a sub to in the chat, that is a-okay. You can either gift to a specific person, or you can just throw it out there randomly. You can throw it out there randomly. Whatever the redeem is, whatever you feel like. You, yourself, and I alone. There you go, a sample. All right, let me give you that gift sub. All right, gift a sub to you. There we go. All right, enjoy. For 25k points, we have a sample, now a tier 1 sub. You get the fun little badge next to your name as well. Very cool. All right, so we are back from ads. Welcome back from ads, everyone. Let's check out Jacques Montague. Sorry, not Montague, it's Montagna? So Montague would be Montag, and then to be like N-U-E. I wonder if it's just, I wonder if it's wherever the developers are from. This was how they'd spell it. So they are 31 years old and they are a long-distance cyclist. Long-distance biking? Yep, that's actually pretty much it. I'm asking Cadaver Resources to put me into a different department. Writing these drives me insane. If anyone is reading this, sign my petition at the water cooler next to desk 5. No, you're all good. It's no problem at all, Sample. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I mean, the redeem is there for a reason. If you have the 25k and you want to use that as your redeem, go for it. That is a-okay. Plus, I think I get like half of it back still. Actually, I don't know if I buy my own subs, do I get half of that money back or does it just all go to Amazon? I'm not sure. That would actually be really funny if they were like, sorry, it all goes to me now. It all goes to Amazon. All right. Well, this is Jax. He's a long-distance cyclist. He just bikes a lot. I suppose, I don't think that's death-worthy, but we'll see what everyone else is feeling. We have Ezra Gabarol. They are 40 years old and they're a minister. Guys, unfortunately, this is a politician. How's it going, lab? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome in. What are you up to? I believe it was Flamin's will we kill all politicians. We'll see if you guys want to do that, but let's find out more about him. Ezra is the Minister of Farming, Agri, and Aquaculture, appointed to this position by the current cabinet for their past loyalty. Thing is, they've no idea how to run this ministry, or any other for that matter, as they keep getting political appointments only through the favors of their old friends and drinking mates. Interesting. Oh, actually, I got an achievement for spending 10 minutes without making a choice, which is, I guess, supposed to be like, wow, you're really taking your time considering this. I'm just kind of yapping. Oh, hold on one second. I am back. I do apologize. All right, so this guy, he just kind of keeps getting political appointments through favors. You know, I kind of respect the hustle at least, but I don't know if we can consider him human or not. And then we have Raven Kershid. Age 29, they are a professional athlete. Raven is enjoying a moderately successful career as a deadlifter. They have a brother, Ronald, and a child, Mira. In their spare time, they like going hiking and camping. Mira is constantly inspired by Raven's determination and wishes to continue in their footsteps. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's actually really cute. All right, well, it's time to determine who gets to live and who gets to die. How's that hustle when it's all about bootlicking? You know, that's actually a good point. It's less hustle and more of he just is really good at bootlicking. That's actually a very good point, Lab. Throw a deadlifter off with their head. Let them live. Ooh. Well, let's first find out for Bart. Bart is a wealthy banker married with 2 kids. They had an affair with the brother of their spouse, but the partner found out and took off with the kids. Then the brother committed suicide, and Bart and Sarah moved out to a huge countryside mansion where they wait alone to meet their lover again. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Remember, to vote, you type X. You can either vote to spare with exclamation point spare or exclamation point die to have them die. Banker die for sure. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. Part of me is like, he's already suffered enough. On the other hand, it was like kind of self-inflicted, but it's like, is that enough? Is that enough for him to have to shed his mortal coil? I don't know. I might hold off on voting for this one. Let's see what you guys think. Usual brand is basically a lie. That is true. Bob did just go off on a pro strongman, so I could kind of see why he's not the biggest fan of them right now. All right. Well, it looks like this guy's gonna die. It looks like this guy is gonna die because the chat has voted for Bart here to die. All right. So sorry, pal. You are dead. Next, well, maybe now I don't know. We're like a Grim Reaper, so maybe now he can meet his lover in like the afterlife. I guess that's kind of sweet in a way. Now, next we have Jacques. They're just a cyclist. They like to bike real far. I don't really know how to feel about it. They just like to go biking, I guess. I guess spare. I guess I would spare them. But it's up to you guys. I will say, we do have to kill one more person to meet quota. We have to kill a total of 3 people to meet quota. I'm seeing a lot of spare. That's the worst type of people? Oh. Yeah, I guess kind of lying about your brand is kind of a pretty big jerk move. I'm seeing a lot of spares here. I guess we have some really big biking fans. I mean, I like biking as well, don't get me wrong. I guess I'm not that big of a fan for it. Although, it's kind of, we're not getting a lot. I think this guy, I think this guy just really wants to move to a different job. I'm guessing the guy doesn't want to have to be like the guy that's just, what do you call it? That's just compiling the info, but also gets to, you know, maybe do an actual Grim Reaper's job. You are somewhat of a cyclist? I see. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you voted to spare. Who's this guy? Cyclist, you get to live. Cyclists get to live here. So next we have Ezra. So Ezra is a minister of farming, agri, and aquaculture. They don't really know how to run this position though. They just kind of got there thanks to having friends in high places. Yeah, something tells me I know how this is gonna go. Cyclists must live. I see. Something tells me I think I know how you guys are gonna vote on this. If I had to take a crazy guess. Not a big fan of politicians here, it seems. Well, I mean, there's a chance. I'm only seeing 4 dies, so if 4 more people decide to vote live, they could in fact save Ezra here. They could in fact save Ezra. An important thing as well, we don't have to make quota, right? I would like to, because in order to get paid, I have to make quota. But if I just, if we don't, then that's also fine. I would say vote with what you guys want to vote. Don't worry about making quota. That's something I worry about. You know, I'm not a big fan of Ezra. Politician, let him die. You're okay with competent politician? The problem is this guy is really incompetent. This guy is incredibly incompetent. That's true. All right, you die. And now we have Raven, a moderately successful deadlifter who has a brother Ronald and a child Mira. They are constantly inspiring their child, and they're inspiring the next generation. Let's see how it goes. I mean, we've already met our quota, so I'm in the spare camp because I don't want to kill too many people because then my boss gets mad at me. She also seems like a pretty solid person, admittedly. Why she looked like 50 when she's 29? I think it might just be pixel art. It's kind of hard to make a character seem younger. Like, I don't know, Kiana, I feel looks like she's in her, like, 30s. Maybe, like, I guess I could see, like, early 20s. I feel pixel art is kind of hard to maybe differentiate character ages. Steroids? It could also be steroids. It might also... Oh, no. Wait, what if we find out that she's actually on steroids and her whole career is a lie? Oh, that'd be so bad. Then her child would be so sad. Her legacy ruined. Should we kill her now to preserve her legacy? I don't know. All right, well, it looks like we're gonna be sparing her. Just kill her. I can't. I go with the will of the chat, and the will of the chat says that she lives. Everyone's on steroids. Any powerlifter is. Yeah, it kind of seems like a. I mean, you see like literally any like really big strong man, and it kind of seems like they all. I mean, they all look like it, but maybe I just don't know enough about. I don't know. I see like those physiques, and it just doesn't seem like something you can get naturally. But maybe some humans might just be built different. That's every professional strong athlete ever. None of them claim to be natural. That's actually a fair point. I think that's a fair point. If they claim to be natural, then it'd be kind of like, okay, why? But if they're like, look, I'm juiced all hell, then yeah, why not? Can I sign the guy's petition at the water cooler? Where's the... I want to find the water cooler. I want to see if I can sign that guy's petition. Can I sign his petition? I can't. I would like to get him out of this terrible job he has. You know what? I feel for you, bud. I feel for you. Let me get you out of there. They're not a bad thing necessarily, just expect whatever consequences. Yeah, exactly. Like they're just a thing. Then they have like bad body consequences.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick.
So my boss is not going to be happy because he's explicitly said, don't kill somebody, and then I killed that lady anyways.
All the profiles are here, just as requested. Excellent work.
Yeah.
Although you made an error with my test note, such inattention is not commendable.
I mean, I saw your test note. I just chose to ignore it.
I do not fully understand what you are planning to do with these small...
Once again, people live in a country where it's illegal. Obviously, don't talk about the illegal substances. Those who live in places where they are just tell you what they are taking normally. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not an active rebellion. I just, I have, what is it? I currently have 16 other people in my head telling me what to do. So it's a little hard to get a cohesive idea here of what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I think part of it, honestly, you know what I want to, I think I've said it before, but I do kind of want to see what an Olympics would be like if we just let steroid use run rampant. Like, you know, how far can we really juice a human and see how fast they can run or how much they can lift?
Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until
Although I guess
tomorrow,
that'd have negative
Grim.
health effects on the people, which wouldn't be great. All right. Well, that's day 4 done. Hey, we got paid though. Okay, so like we technically didn't break the rules because we met quota. It's just we ended up killing a person that the boss didn't want us to kill. So we got, I guess, partial payment. I could work with that. Pre-2013, that's what it would look like. Really? Wait, like that's what steroid... Oh, because they had used a lot of steroids back then? I guess it's... I don't know. It's kind of like it's kind of like a weird thing because it's like obvious. It's like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, let's have this person, you know, potentially, or not potentially. I think steroids do cause pretty negative effects long-term after use, right? Just for like, you know, maybe a couple years of like entertainment. But also, I mean, you could say the same thing about football and like the injuries people get with that, like with CTE. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see what happened with our kills. Unexpected tornado destroys mansion of wealthy ex-banker. Tax evasion concerns local government, possibly leading to cuts in infrastructure funding. Okay, so this is a result of what we did. Interesting. Tax evasion. I think that's you guys. You somewhat agree that you do believe there truly can be medicine. You do believe that some people with correct supervision and correct dosage can be healthier than alternative and not doing anything, but you not to source recreational use. Oh, 100%. Like, I guess for me, it's like if you're gonna do, I don't have anything against it, but they should probably have like a separate competition for if you're gonna use steroids, because those are gonna give you a pretty big benefit. So I guess just have like a steroid league maybe. And also you should probably have like a doctor do it and not just be like injecting yourself. That probably isn't too healthy. A lot of people just already use the steroid equivalent with modern science. They didn't test pre-USDA, so you had guys with muscles on top of muscles. Oh, there's meant to be an Olympic event with steroids. I want to see that. Isn't necessarily bad, though many use too much. I think that's part of it, is that as well, is that it seems like a lot of people... Because, I mean, you have people like The Rock or like John Cena, right? Like, they use steroids, and they use steroids, I would argue, for most of their career. I mean, I guess I don't think they've ever said it, but like, I mean, look at them, right? Look at them, let's be real here. So, you know, and I guess they're doing fine. So I guess it's like, yeah, probably just like put it under supervision and probably just make sure they have like a separate league for that. Because otherwise it is unfair to have someone with steroids compete against someone who chooses not to use it, I think. They're good for recovery. That's why I use them as an athlete. You blow out your knee with a doctor measure cocktail. Your recovery got down to 9 months. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty insane that could happen. I'm glad your recovery went well, Sample. I'm sorry to hear your knee got blown out, though. Morning, Grim. It is but a mundane day. Nothing out of the ordinary going on anywhere. A regular day in this usual district of a typical planet. Why? Who longs for some excitement? 2 humans have to die. Spare any humans with a food service background. Interesting. So already, I'm seeing some people we have to spare because of the food service background. I do also want to say, according to the news, tax evasion is becoming a real problem. Tax evasion is becoming a real problem in the land of the living, so we might not want to kill the tax collector, but something tells me you guys won't care about that. Brock is Simone, those guys get huge without steroids? Maybe. Actually, that's a good point. Some people just have the genetics to get huge. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, oh wow, the guy who's a pro wrestler just happens to have the really good genetics, get super muscled. It's like, well, no, he probably became one of the biggest pro wrestlers because he was able to get that kind of physique on his own, you know? A little bit A, a little bit of B, so that's a good point. Alright, first we have Sigmund Darrand. 28, they are a microbrewer bartender. Sigmund lives together with their artist girlfriend. They like to craft beer and biking. Sigmund's brew was voted best local craft beer of the year twice. Alright. Pretty chill, dude. You like tax collectors as you believe in taxes. Some people don't seem to understand how the government works or what it means to be efficient. Yeah, I said it earlier. I'll say it again. I think it's your civic duty to pay taxes. I think it is your civic duty to pay your taxes, damn it. I mean, we gotta pay for stuff like education somehow, and taxes are how we do it. I think trying to avoid your taxes, kind of a un-American thing to do. What are the rules again? I think the only rule that you guys self-imposed was that you kill all politicians. Alright. Agnes is a tax collector. She does a thankless job of collecting tax from businesses and individuals on behalf of the local government. They get yelled at every day, but ensure everyone can enjoy public services like roads and street lighting. Exactly. The rules of the day. Oh, we have two humans. We have to kill 2 people, and we have to spare anyone with a food service background. Those are our 2 rules. And I imagine if we meet one rule but don't meet the other one, then we get like partial credit, is my guess. Is a tax collector a politician? I wouldn't say so, because they're not elected. They just have like that job. And now we have Ashaki Conroy, who is 30 years old and a landscape architect. Yeah, bureaucrat. Ashaki loves nature and enjoys planning, so they decided to put these 2 together. Their main expertise is environmental restoration, reintroducing balanced habitats into abandoned industrial areas. They're an avid drawing enthusiast, often seen sketching wildlife and pencil art. Dang, this guy's trying to save the environment. Good for him. Alright, next we have Masego Okira Oya. Age 33, they are an executive chef. Masego has always loved the challenge of resolving problems efficiently, the joy of creative cooking, and generally being the one in charge. Sometimes gruff and severe, but they do care about providing an elegant cuisine experience. They're hoping to expand their horizons. Now, this guy does have a food service background, so if we kill him, we will be violating our second rule here. Just with how much peptides and steroids have advanced in the past few years. Makes sense. The right peptides combo could shorten things further. You hear stuff like 1 year going to 5 months. Really? That is crazy, actually. I should ask my friend, because my friend's like a physical therapist. I should ask him about like if he's seen how that affects people, because that's pretty cool. I never really thought about it being used in recovery, but it makes sense that'd be a good way to use it. Long story short, you can't believe that The Rock is natural, even with his heritage. You've worked with tons of those guys and known wherever that's shredded, even when they're teens and not full size yet. Like, again, is it likely? No, but also it's kind of a case of because, well, I get actually, well, also, actually, not necessarily, because The Rock, wasn't his father already in the WWE, so I guess he already kind of had an in. You never know, though. You never know. And again, I don't hold it against him. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing he did it. I would, if The Rock came out and was like, hey, I'm completely natural and here's how you can do it, and tried selling me, like, I don't know, raw beef supplements, then I'd be like, all right, this is a little bit of criticism. But otherwise, you know, hey, as long as he is healthy and living his life, more power to him. Said he used to in his late teens for football, but since then he said he's natural. Huh, interesting. All right, we have Gordon Onagoye, who's 44 and a pharmacist. Gordon got through medical college mostly by cheating. As such, they barely remember what they were taught. When people ask for consultations at the pharmacy, they usually say a lot of random but smart-sounding words. They often sell to the medicine randomly. Gordon is a menace to society. My goodness. This man should not be a pharmacist. That is not good. And stem cells, those are expensive, but you heard great things for them health-wise. Really? I mean, I knew that the stem cell was used in research and stuff. I didn't realize that it could be used in commercial stuff. I thought it was still kind of pretty on like the lockdown. But yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of cool stuff with them. That's cool. And now we have Ewo Sorensen, age 39 and a bartender. Ewo wishes to become the greatest bartender in the world. They constantly perform to their regulars, juggling bottles and setting various liquids on fire. They have yet to finish one performance without something breaking, but the dream is strong. I like a guy that dreams. You're voting to spare Gordon? I can't believe you do this. All right, so our quota for the day, remember, we have to kill 2 people, and we must spare any humans with a food service background. I will say, if you in the chat say that you don't care about the quota and want to kill someone who has a food service background anyways, or more than 2 people, that's totally fine. You can do it. I will lose money, but it is a-okay if you want to do that. So, Our first person here, Sigmund Darren. They are a bartender, so they do have a food service background. Begin. Knee and shoulder stuff. Yeah, who but someone on Joe Rogan Jump Self used it when they were torn ACL or shoulder. Really? Interesting. Pretty cool. Because I know one of my siblings messed up. He cut his like thumb pretty bad, so he had to like get physical therapy to like be able to like bend it and stuff again. He didn't do that, but I wonder if his recovery time could have been shortened if he had like like steroids or something like that. You like Sigmund Fraud? This isn't Sigmund Fraud though. This is Sigmund Darren. Totally different. Stem cells also depend on the type right now. They can make stem cells out of normal cells, just the yield is very low. Oh, okay. Using stem cells yield perma wound or a non-recovery type injury, but does show some effect in the patient. Latest you read on people who've seen a break injury with no walking ability, and it's now like up to 50-50. That's pretty good. Hey, even if it's not perfect, any improvement there is still fantastic. Honestly, medical science is absolutely crazy. It's really cool though. All right, it looks like Sigmund Darren gets to live. Next, we have Agnes. They are 33 years old and they are a tax collector. How do we feel about Agnes? They also need lots of support in the body environment, and so a lot of cells die upon injecting them, hence why the healing process is very variable. Oh, I see. So it's a bit of a hard, it works, but it takes a lot of, it's the way, I guess, they get implemented can be very variable, which leads to a very broad range of recoveries. Dang. Really? Do you guys see the title of the stream? Can one of you maybe tell me what the title of the stream is real fast? Just for my own curiosity's sake, if you don't mind me. If you don't mind me asking, if you could just do that for me real fast, I'd appreciate it. Because if I'm looking right there, now I'm not wearing my glasses, so it's a little bit hard to see because, you know, it's on the second monitor, it's a little bit far away, but I believe the title is something along the lines of, y'all better pay up, as in your taxes. If you kill the tax collector, will you be paying your taxes? Will you be paying your taxes? I don't think you will. But the chat votes to kill her, so she must die. She must die. Unfortunately, she is gone. That is one human dead. Next, we have a Shocky Conroy, who is a landscape architect. How do we feel about them? It says Terra Invicta hosed my computer. No. Oh, crap. I forgot to change it after that earlier. You are right. You are right, though. Crapper, it really did. Actually, it's more Terra Invicta and OBS host my computer, because I was testing Terra Invicta earlier. It was fine. I ran it for like 3 hours. Not a single problem. It's somewhere, I guess, in combination with OBS that I'm running into some kind of issue. So I'm going to see how I can fix that. I don't know how, but I'd like to see how to fix it because I do like Terra Invicta and I want to stream it for you guys again. You better kill all the well, we're not. All right, let's not say anything that'll get us banned off Twitch. Let's not say anything that'll get us banned off Twitch. But it does seem to be how you guys are leaning so far. I'm seeing a decent amount of spares here. Decent amount of spares. So I think we are going to end up sparing this guy. All right. So this guy gets to live. All right. Next we have an executive chef. And I just want to point out, if we want to meet quota, this guy cannot die. And I mean, he's a pretty chill dude. He likes the joy of cooking. He likes, you know, using his food to solve problems. I don't have anything. I think this guy would be a perfectly valid person to keep alive. Did we see the result from the former load? Yes. So the former load, it gave an error where it was, I can actually pull it up because I have it right here. Failed to create 2D texture and then a massive string, which shouldn't cause a crash. I'll check inside Terra Invicta as well directly, because that's the crash log from OBS. I'll check for the Terra Invicta crash log and see what happened there, and maybe it'll give me a bit more information about it. It might... I'm trying to... Yeah. I'm trying to think of what it could be. It might also be... Yeah, I also, instead of also using a game capture, I also tried using a display capture instead to see if it was maybe like when OBS went and like grabbed the window that Terra Invicta was in, it ended up causing some problems, and display capture might fix that, but it doesn't seem to be good enough. Oh, the former load of dead people? Oh, yeah. Former load, an unexpected tornado just destroyed the mansion of a wealthy ex-banker. So that's the only thing from the previous time, and then also tax evasion concerns local government, possibly leading to cuts in infrastructure funding. So unfortunately, tax evasion will now get worse. You check the Windows logs? I did not actually. Probably should have. That's a good point, Prepper. I was checking the OBS logs and the Terra Invicta logs, but that would make sense to do. We're also going to spare this man because you guys voted to. I will be sure to do that after stream because that's a good idea. Appreciate it. All right, next we have Gordon Onagoye, who's 44 years old and a pharmacist. Let's see how we feel about Gordon. So we do need to kill one more person, I will say. Need to kill one more person to meet quota. This guy's also kind of the worst. He does, in fact, just throw medical slang at people and hope that they don't see as a fraud. So we'll see how this goes. I gotta, you know, I think I know how we're gonna go here, but you never know. You never know how the voting turns out. Let him die. Well, we're not letting him die, we're killing him. I am the Grim Reaper here. It's not like I'm preventing them from dying, I am actively removing their life. You know, I am, you know, I have a suit, well actually, I don't have a scythe. I wonder if I can get a scythe. I would assume so. Exactly. We're not voting to keep to prevent someone's death. We're voting to end someone's life. It's a little bit of a same result, slightly different perspective. Spare him for the funnies. Unfortunately, we will not be because the chat has voted that he dies. And then finally, we have Ewo Sorensen, who is a bartender. Now, I do want to point out, not only have we reached our kill quota, if we kill this guy, we will also be violating our second provision, which is to not kill anyone with a food service background. Again, if you want to be chaotic and kill him anyway, so I fail quota and be broke, that's also funny. Whatever works. You guys hear the news? What's going on, Maple? I hope you're doing good. Welcome in. What have you been up to? Yeah, I will say if it's like political stuff, let's not, because I do have a no politics rule here, but if you're just doing like a general like good thing for you, sure, feel free to share. Is alcohol really food service? I would argue it is, because it's part of the food service experience, if that makes sense. Like if it said like cooking, if it said you can't get rid of anyone with cooking, I would with like cooking in the like the food prep in like the yeah, I guess cooking is the best way to phrase it. I would say maybe not, because I feel that bartending is kind of a separate discipline from like a cooking background. But under the umbrella of food service, I would consider that just anything working within a restaurant for sure. Ulfric Stormcloak increased territories coming into Skyrim by 80%. How could he do that? I can't believe Ulfric would do this. Me never having played Skyrim before. Actually, that's a lie. We did play it on stream once and it was fun, but I played a little bit after stream, but I need to go back and finish it because I still know very little lore. Seeing all spares, so we will keep the alcohol flowing. All right. So we actually met quota today. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, can I drop this on the floor? No, I can't. Deus Fax Machina. I need you. Oh, okay. I thought that it was because I dropped it. It was actually saying, actually, it's gonna stay up here. Start on Oblivion since that came out with a nice remaster. Actually, I've been starting with Morrowind because before we did the Elder Scrolls V stream, we did a Morrowind stream, and that was actually really fun. So I have about, I want to say 5 hours in Morrowind and 5 hours, probably closer to like 10 hours in Skyrim at this point. And I think I'm going to go back and do Morrowind because it was really janky, but in a fun way, and I was really liking it. Yeah, I think you were the one who actually did the Morrowind redeem, Elsora. That's right. You did, and that was very kind of you. I do appreciate it. That's what the Talamor want. What are the Talamor? All right, let's see what we can buy with our fat stacks.
Have ye seen such deals before?
A mirror! Give me a mirror!
'Tis ye
Give me a
who
mirror.
hinders me.
Yes. Okay. Let's go. Now I can go.
'Tis wondrous marvel.
All right.
Once upon me and me.
Oh,
crew
actually,
sailed
we
the
get lore
southern
for each
seas
item.
and
That's
came
kinda cute.
across an accursed lighthouse. Plundered the lot of it, even the mirrors.
Oh, so it's not a mirror. It's just a, what do you call it? It's just a,
When the ship re-rammed it,
well, actually, do lighthouses use mirrors to reflect light? I thought they just were windows with a light inside, but maybe they do use mirrors to, like, get it bigger. That could make sense. As a North supremacist, you had a good counterpoint. You're dumb, stupid, and you're right, and you're wrong. I can't believe it. They really hit you with the, I'm right, you're wrong. Okay, so basically this lets me go back on a profile that I messed up. Look, my decisions are final. I do not care about making mistakes. Guys, it's time.
Knock, knock.
Oh, hello?
Hello. Kind of you to finally answer.
Hello, ma'am? Who are you?
We are the exalted Chimera, envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst Ex Nihilo. We are nothing. A despicable failure.
So, like...
We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray.
Okay, cool, but, like, I don't... this isn't... I just kind of wanted a name.
How does it feel?
Some of us use mirrors. Some of us do use mirrors. I guess it... Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty
Cloud
good.
in the sky.
You know, I get paid. I have vacation days sometimes. It's pretty nice.
It's a grim.
You will
world.
not. Some of the best people you know are Argonians. Oh, I thought the Argonians were cool. Although Flamen kept calling me farm instruments when I played one, which was interesting. Where is it? Where is it? I know what you guys want to see. I know what you guys want to see. Wait. Oh, I probably... Can I not? Hold on. Where are they? Yeah, where are they? Hold on. Do I not get them? Do I not get my cat ears? Oh, that's sad. Oh, maybe it's a head change and not a, maybe it's a head thing and not a... I was not expecting the full head to change. I thought it'd just be like a little clip on ear. Oh no. I think we need to bring back... Oh no, yes. Oh, I think we bring back Mr. Bonehead. Alright, that was not a waste of 600 bone coins because I did get a laugh out of it. But I don't know. I really like the Grim Reaper aesthetic. I don't know if I like switching to a cat person. Look, unless they got skooma here, I don't think I can be a cat person. Go back for a sec? Sure. I am the knight. Fancy cat. Go get them. Kawaii. Gray. Which one did you want to see? This is, I think, like, the standard. You are the knight. They do... Is this supposed to be, like, a Batman thing? That's what Batman says, right? I guess it's very... But why would it... Oh, because black and yellow is Batman's theme. That's right. That makes sense. I am the Batman. All right, that's the only Batman voice I can do because that actually really hurt my throat for like that one line there. All right, let's just stick with I like the classic Bonehead. I like the Bonehead. I think it actually looks cool. It's a classic. It's nice. All right. Well, let's go get paid. Fate's office.
What a day, Grim. What a day. Let us go over your conduct first.
I did good. What do you mean? What do you mean my conduct? Change a suit? Oh, we can change it after this.
Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order.
I met your conduct, Fate. What are you upset about?
Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices?
I mean, it's kind of just a job. You know, getting paid, getting that 401k, waiting for the weekend, that type of thing.
Almost imagine what a normal, basic, dreadful, everyday job would feel like.
I mean, it's just a different kind of everyday job, don't you think?
But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them?
I mean, maybe? I hadn't really considered. Is there another way?
Perhaps no, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I
have not
mean,
found a way
I guess
around
people
it.
gotta die eventually,
And I
so
have
a
been
mid-level
here
bureaucrat doing it feels like
long time.
you know what? It might as well end that way. Yeah, absolutely. Look, if I'm gonna die, it's gonna be because a mid-level bureaucrat decided that they had a quota to meet, and I didn't meet their standards. And you know what? I think I'll be okay with that in the long run.
This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical?
I was gonna throw it on my boss. What do you mean I'm not making the choices? You're giving me the choices. My hands are clean here. My hands are
True
clean.
enough. One must be in charge. The others are there to follow.
All right.
The office is perennial and venerated.
Perennial and venerated
Beyond
office. That sounds pretty nice.
designing the
I like the sound of that,
appropriate
actually, quite a bit.
strategies. We know what we are doing.
We do know what we're doing. Aeons. How large is an aeon? Like, is it 1,000? Well, because a millennia is 1,000. Is an aeon like 10,000? I guess that could work. Because humans have been around for 10,000 years, right? I think. But that was like hunter-gathering, but they were still humans. They weren't like Neanderthals, I think. So like, I guess that could work. Well, though that's aeons plural. Were humans around 20,000 years ago, or have we not become Homo sapiens yet? Not sure.
I do.
He might be
apologize for
exaggerating,
taking up
unless
so
they
much
also
of your
deal with like
time.
the dinosaurs and stuff.
Before you go,
Wait, did you kill
are
the
there any
dinosaurs?
questions you would like to ask?
Did I kill the dinosaurs? Hold on, I actually, thinking about it, there's some implications here, and I think I like them. All right. Let's see. What's the basis for all the profiles? I think that's a fairly nice question.
Not at all.
It's literally just random. Okay. Don't they influence the world at all?
In all and in none. Yes.
Aeons or billions? Your understanding is Homo sapiens have been around for about 85,000? Okay, so it could be aeons. Aeons or billions. Oh, billions, though, is the Greek word for a century. Oh, okay, then definitely. I thought it was, because I know millennia is like 1,000, so I figured aeons would be like 10,000 or maybe 100,000. So if this guy's been around since the dawn of existence, yeah, I suppose. Well, but at dawn of it, well, I guess how long has life existed, right? We only know how long life has existed here on Earth. Maybe it's been around elsewhere on other planets longer. But then would he be on those other planets, or would he just be chilling on Earth by himself? Like, you know, looking through a telescope? I don't know. Again, a lot of questions raised. Since life existed? Yeah, I guess. What about free will?
Humans have some free will, sure. They can make a variety of choices. Yet what matters is that they cannot escape the inevitable.
Okay.
The life-threatening situations that bring them onto your desk are a result of their own deeds and decisions.
Okay, so basically, what they're going to die due to what happened to them. I'm just deciding whether they die
Then there
then
are some
or
highly
later.
Complex calculations, factors, and
See,
aspects
district
that
manager, is there
influence the
another
situation.
one on different part of the galaxy?
But that is
That's
just
what I'm
to be
thinking. Like,
determined.
is he just for the Earth?
Something
Is he
like
just
that.
for the Earth region? Because I'm only for I only kill people at Cosmopolitan City Region 4, the Wine Region, I think is what it was called. So, like, is he just in charge of the Earth? Hell, he might even just be in charge of Cosmopolitan City as a whole, right? I'm in charge of Region 4. If he's my direct report, then realistically, he's probably just a manager in a long line of managers, right? He probably doesn't even control what's going on, like, across the pond, right? So I'm
Anything
kind of, maybe I'm
else?
just asking the wrong guy the questions. Why haven't seen any? Yeah, that's a good point. Why am I? It sounds kind of bad, but like, why am I not killing children?
The children. They are a special case. For a different set
You
of
know, I'm actually kind of
departments.
happy. I don't want to be killing
not
children.
find
I'm
yourself.
fine with this. That's actually fair enough. Archaeologists that Homo sapiens were around approximately 70,000 years ago. That makes sense. All right, yeah, good to know.
Anything else?
What about animals? Do they get a department? Yeah, what happened to the animals?
All living beings have to be processed.
Okay, so that's why he said aeons, because all living beings. So he's in the. I guess we're in the human department, but there are other departments that. I don't know if he oversees those as well, or if he just knows of them.
Even plants. Yes, there is a department for plants. Do not ask about the plant department.
Man, whoever's in charge of the ant department must have like the worst job ever. There's like what, trillions upon trillions of those little dudes. I imagine their entire day is just sitting there rubber stamping the kill order for billions of ants a day. I mean, think about it. I can do words. Aren't ants currently in like the biggest war in the world ever right now? Like across like different, I saw like a video on it, like across mega hives or like mega ant hills across the world, ants are like in the biggest world war ever. And we don't notice because they're, you know, ants.
Anything else?
What about like things like building and stuff?
Technically, kind of, I guess. Ruins are like a type of...
Interesting. So someone does deal with like the ruins department.
Feel
So are we less the department of death and more the department of like oblivion almost? I know Oblivion Remaster mentioned. Because it's like we just deal with the end of everything, not just the living. I guess our specialty is living. They have replaced it with computers is your best guess. Ah, okay. Yeah, I would see it. I'd have to agree, Maple. There's no way they could have a guy doing this by hand. Either that or it's just a massive department, like with trillions upon trillions of Grim Reapers just for the ants. He's definitely not the highest. Yeah, he doesn't know. So I agree. I don't think he's the highest up.
This topic is a bit too abstract for now. Let us table it.
I wonder if the cat is his boss. What if they pull like the
Anything
cat is
else?
actually the one in charge? I could see that. Actually, I don't see him moving his mouth. Well, but we did see him talking earlier. So I don't think the cat is talking. I guess why do all profiles refer to the people as they? I mean, I didn't notice that, but if you're gonna let me ask a question, I will.
Astute observation.
You must
see,
understand, if I'm
Grim.
given the option to get more lore, I will in fact grab more lore.
Our office does not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition.
Interesting.
Minimal. Everyone you assess is simply human, after all.
That's actually kind of interesting. I think that's a cool way of looking at it, though. Because we only care about how they live their life and the, I guess, circumstances of their death.
Bottom line is that the humans end
And then
up
you
on
mu-
your desk,
Huh.
and that you...
That's an interesting little tidbit, actually. I like that bit of lore. I think that's cool.
Anything else?
That's all I can think of, pal.
Right. It has been enlightening.
I wonder if I
bid you
just
good
didn't
night.
ask a question if he would
See you
still say it's been
tomorrow.
enlightening. Like, man, this guy died, got brought back to life as a Grim Reaper, has been killing people all week, and now he's, doesn't have any questions about it? Interesting. Alright. Well. What time is it? It's 11. I am gonna call stream here a bit early, guys, because I need to update the schedule, but I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow and on Friday. Tomorrow and Friday, I will be visiting some family. So that means tomorrow morning, I get to do a like 4.5 hour car drive. So I want to be well rested for that. So I'm going to call stream here so I can make sure I get to bed decently early. I do apologize for the shorter streams over the past couple days. Next week, hopefully that won't be the case as much, just as we won't have constant stream crashes and the like. I will do my best to make it so that I can get all the games working. For now, at least, seems like the only game that's not working is Terra Invicta, which is good. I do like that. Well, I don't like that Terra Invicta isn't working, because I like Terra Invicta, but at the very least, it's only one game that seems to be broken. I will do my best to try and get it fixed. I might like normally I would just go schedule a stream at like 9 a.m. and just be like, all right, we're just gonna keep trying and streaming and have the stream crash until I get this working. The problem with that is I know a lot of you guys really like keeping track of your streaks and keeping those up and running. And if I do something like that, then you guys probably lose those, and I don't want to cause you guys to lose those. So we'll see. I'll check the Windows crash reports like you said, Prepper. That should help a lot. That should help. Also to check the Terra Invicta crash reports. And then worst case, I can also just, I guess, send like a bug report into the Terra Invicta team and be like, hey, my game crashes when I run OBS with it. Have you had this happen before? And see what happens. But yeah, aside from that, I am going to call stream here. We are going to go on into, let's go into Sneaky. Let's go into Sneaky. They are doing some Crusader Kings, which is very cool. The new DLC came out. I don't know if he's playing the new DLC, but it's a fun game regardless. So I hope you guys enjoy checking him out. So we're going to check out the Spudman himself. And yeah, in the meantime, hi, my name is Chatters, and I stream video games. If you enjoy hanging out on my stream, please feel free to follow. If not, totally cool, just thanks for being there and hanging out. I have a ton of fun playing games on my own, but when I get to play them with all of you guys, I have way more fun. Aside from that, there are a couple links down below even I find interesting in. First is the Discord. Pretty standard for Discord. I send out a ping when I go live. Tons of fun and super cool people in there. I highly recommend. I also post the weekly schedule in there, so that's a great place to find that. Aside from that, we also have the Twitter, which again, I just post like announcement stuff on there. So if stream is delayed or something, for whatever reason, that'll be on the Twitter as well as the Discord. Finally, YouTube is where I post the VODs. Working on getting those back up to date. I was real good about it for a couple weeks. Now I'm a little bit behind, working on it. Anyways, thanks for being here and hanging out. I hope you had a fun time. I like this game a lot. I'd like to do this again sometime in the next couple weeks. As far as next week is looking, because I don't know if I'm going to stream on. I'll probably reschedule a stream for Saturday. But as far as next week is looking, gonna be a lot of Stellaris because the new Stellaris DLC comes out, and I want to play it. I love Stellaris, so we probably might just honestly do. I don't think we'll do like an event. I think we'll just do like a single player run, just checking out all the new stuff. Anyways, thanks for being hanging out. I hope you have a good one. I'm Chatters. Bye bye. Bye bye. Goodbye. Bye bye.